Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we have the state of Maine today, and there's nothing really talking about Maine. We had its primaries last night on June 11th, 2024. There's nothing really much to talk about other than the fact that Angus King, who is the incumbent U.S. Senator, independent, who caucuses with Democrats, will be taking on the Republican nominee Demetrola Cozonas, and David Costello, and the Democratic nominee David Costello. So, interestingly enough, they ran unopposed, probably because they knew that once again, they a lot of Republicans and Democrats knew there's no taking on Angus King, and as much as what people think, that the left wing is technically split in this said election, then again, Cozones being the only real conservative in this said race, it's pretty much locked and sealed as of right now. You can see by the fundraising that Angus King technically has an upper hand. He obviously had got a head start because he didn't have to go through a primary. He just he just went right away. Did he vote? Did he vote for the? Yeah, I wonder if he could have voted in primaries yesterday. I'm sure he could have. Um, but yeah, as you can see, he raised $4 million, spent $1 million, cash on hand, as you know, $2 million. So, as you can see, we have we have this said election. We have the chairwoman of the Republican Party, Demi Cozones. She is the official nominee of the Republican Party. Is she good? Is she competent? I don't know. I have no idea. But let's see. Chairperson Walk. I don't think she was the chair, but former chair of the Maine Republican Party. It depends if the Republican Party did gain. But yeah, she was the only one in this said race. Good news is Republicans were like, all right, other Maine Republicans, there's not much Maine Republicans other than former governors and of course Susan Collins, but there's not much. But apparently they're like, okay, we're gonna have Demi run in this said election, and she's gonna run by herself in this said primary. She's gonna run unopposed. She won 100%, but it's unclear on how many votes and how many voters she won, even though she ran unopposed. So, kind of interesting. I wish they actually would report that. But I think New York Times and Wikipedia are like, okay, why does that even matter? She's unopposed. Well, you could ask the average voter, why no, not the average voter, but ask some voters in Maine, why did they vote for Demi Cozones or David Costello, even though they were running unopposed, even though their victory was already sealed tight. It was basically declared as it was basically presumptive, as you could say. Why would you go and vote? Well, I mean, they would say, "Oh, we just want to show momentum." Well, that is a good reason why we should have the votes out, in my opinion. So, yes, you'll see campaign finances. You'll see who has the upper hand. Well, this is just primaries, right? David Costello, he didn't really have to spend much. He raised $72,000. Uh, his background: he was the consultant and former deputy of the Secretary of the Maryland Department of the Environment. So he was the former deputy and secretary. So so I kind of want to go over how and why it's pretty much going to be a solid independent, despite the left wing being split. Because usually, when one side is split politically, one side of the political spectrum, you see the other side that isn't split win. And that in this case would be Republicans, right? Because so you think, oh, Demi Troll, Demitrola Cozonas should have an easy win here. But if you take a look at the 2018 election, you'll see that most Democrats and people on the left abandoned their nominee, Zach Ringelstein, mainly because they knew, a lot of them probably knew the consequence of split ticketing. A lot of them say, hey, you know what? It's not worth it. We're going to go and we're going to flock to Angus King and vote for him because, once again, he's a moderate, he's a liberal, he's a progressive. He just has an I by his name, but who cares? He's a Democrat, and we know he is. So they're going to vote for Angus King. That's a majority of leftists. So sure, there's always going to be the progressive Democrat that will stick with their nominee, vote blue no matter who. They'll probably go and stick with Zach Ringelstein. So supposedly it's taking them down a little bit, but you'll see even conservatives or mainlander libertarian Maine or just Mainer libertarians are going for Angus King because you'll see um, Eric Brackey couldn't even reach the amount of votes that Trump won, which was in the 40%. Trump won 10 percentage points of votes than more than Eric Brackey. We know this to be true because Trump carried Aristotle County, he carried Franklin County, he carried this county right here. He carried this county, Adroskin, I don't know what it is, but this county, and the Democrats pretty much had the coasts. Angus King, on the other hand, despite being split ticketed by the left, managed to expand his lead through the coasts and resulting to Republicans only picking up two counties, the two most conservative counties in the state of Maryland. Well, let's be honest, people like Angus King. That's why he carried every county in 2012. Let's be honest. So that is kind of the analysis when it comes to that. But yes. What do you guys think? Who do you think Republicans have a better chance? I mean, trends are saying, okay, ever since King was elected in 2012, he's been losing, kinda, because he gained 54%. That's 2 points better than his performance in 2012. But he did. It's confusing. We know that's because Cynthia Dill got 13%. So supposedly, King won more Democrats over. But who knows? Will he win more Democrats over in 2024? Or can the Republican manage to expand its lead out into, as you know, other counties? But of course, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I will see you all in the next political episode.